Hi, it's Maria. Happy Monday and welcome to the Dressing Gown Diaries. So this rose head here is part of a prop I didn't realise until about 2 minutes ago when I started to make this or went to make it, that this is actually a really good way of explaining what I want to share. So the first thing for anybody who is seeing a Dressing Gown Diaries for the first time is um, what I noticed when I was prepping in my mind how I was going to share everything and I was running through it as you do. The first thing I noticed is like I automatically, it's so hot wired into me to say happy Monday. Hi, I'm Maria, happy Monday, welcome to the Dressing Gown Diaries. And that really gets to a huge part of what it is that I want to share today. How things become hot wired, but also that sometimes the reason we can say things is because they're not hot wired. So the insight I have came at the very end of a very long phone call last night. And for anybody who hasn't been following the Dressing Gown Diaries, religiously, I say that in a non-religious way, for over 2 years, every Monday I shared a video and made a newsletter. And 2 weeks ago, I decided I wasn't going to do that anymore. I was only going to make a video when I had something to share. So interestingly enough, it's a Monday that I'm realizing that I want to share something. And then I'm also getting this insight into how it's so hot wired into me to actually say, happy Monday. Anyway, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Just bear with me for a minute. So at the very end of this very long phone call last night, I was sharing an insight, and I know I've shared it before here, about the fact that, especially if you're trying to learn to say no, and I know this particular piece of information from learning languages, that it's a different part of your brain that actually speaks than thinks. So say you're learning French, and so you can read it, but you've never actually spoken it, and you've never but you can probably read the words out loud, but you've never learned to articulate words in French for yourself. Well, until you actually practice articulating them, you're not going to have that hot wiring inside your head. And so when I shared this last night, this very good friend of mine said, I'm so frustrated because I'm not, I don't feel I can express my feelings. And so I didn't get it, first of all, right? Because I was saying, well, no, what I'm talking about here is like, it's purely the two parts of your brain, the thinking bit and the speaking bit are two separate pieces, and you have to connect those two and you have to make them work together. And then I got it. It was like, we're all the time saying you need to express your feelings, but hey, is it just that we know what the feelings are inside, but we've never actually had the practice of speaking them out loud? And it seemed like such an aha. And then the next piece that came straight into my head was, oh my God, that's also why, unless you've had good role models around you, you don't have the words to express your needs. And it's not that you don't have the words, you know what the words are, but it doesn't happen when you need to do it because you've never actually said it out loud. So I think this is the beginning of a whole new express yourself course, or I'm not sure exactly what yet. But also that Madonna song was in my head all day yesterday, because somewhere when I went and the radio was on, it was express yourself. So there's definitely something happening. But in terms of the rose, basically what happened is I bought myself 12 fabulous roses. But one rose, when I was looking at it and it was really upsetting me, was, it had been pinched off. So you see the way that is. It's you can see the top of the stem there. It's been pinched off, which meant that the water wasn't getting into the rose. But likewise, when I first decided to cut the rose off, because this is what I was guided to do a few days ago, there was still some of that brown stuff on the end. And so even though I put it in the water, it still wasn't able to bloom. And it's almost like it's the throat chakra. It's like when this piece is removed, then it's what opens us up to be able to speak and say what we need to say. So that's really what I want to share. So it's like, don't be frustrated with yourself if you've never actually articulated your needs or your feelings. It's just, you're just not hot wired. It's not that you're not able to do it. But also I know, again, going back to French, that for as long as I told myself I couldn't speak French, guess what? I couldn't speak French. So what I can see straight away is that kind of there's 4 steps to sort this out. First of all is to work out what your needs are. And journaling is a great way to do this. And then work out how you think, maybe even a little script for yourself of how it would be to actually, the words that you would be comfortable saying, and then like literally get the words and start saying them out loud. And sooner or later you'll find it's easy to do that. And then, you know, only just as I started to make the video, I realized that's exactly what I've been forced to do in the last few weeks. I've been deliberately, it's like the pressure's been on me financially, so that I've had to stand up in a few situations and say, this is what I need, or that's what I need, because I wasn't going to learn the lesson otherwise. And we all have different ways that we're forced to learn these lessons. So I really hope that that helps you. Yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback as well. The other thing is, if this is your first time seeing one of these videos, the best thing, if you want to follow me going forward, the best thing would be wherever you're seeing this video to follow me there. But probably the very best place now, given sort of the review I'm doing of how I'm showing up socially on social media, might be to just sign up for my newsletter, because I'll only be sending newsletters out when I've got new videos and insights to share. So I'll have the link to sign up for the newsletter if you haven't done that already below this video. So now I'm just going to pick a card to help us, to support us with this new insight. And likewise, those 4 questions, you know, those 4 steps, I'll have those below as well, below here for you. Right, so I am wise and powerful, cool is our card, and the reverse side of that is I love the real me. And do you know, a big part of it is that when you really love the real you, you know that it's okay for you to be real and authentic, and that if other people don't get you, you know, that's okay, but you're happy being yourself. And it is also this wisdom, you know, to tap into that wisdom inside ourselves, and also to know that, you know, if we haven't so far learned to articulate our feelings and our needs, that is something that we're, you know, we are wise and powerful, and we're really capable of learning these things once we start putting our minds to it and putting a little bit of effort into it. Now, the other thing I just want to say is that, you know, this is the pack of my kind of magic cards. There are 59 cards plus the cover, and they're double-sided, and I know they're really lovely, and they really help people on their journey of self-love, but they tap into your inner child as well. It's really magical. Even with the guys, I have to say, when somebody pulls a card, it just stuff comes out, and stuff that needs to come up for healing, etc. They're very powerful. But at the moment, I've had quite a few people looking for cards as Christmas presents. I'm currently out of stock, but the truth of the matter is, until I have 100 orders in place, I'm not in a position to put them back into production. I hand wrote them myself. My daughter helped me to actually make them. She did all the rest of the design work on them for me 3 years ago now, and I always produce them in Ireland, so I want to use an Irish printer to make them again. So look, if you're interested, all I'm looking for at the moment, I don't want to get money from people in advance until I've actually got the full 100 orders in. They're €15 per pack plus post and packaging, but if you're interested, just if you send me an email, the email address will be below here as well. Send me an email telling me how many packs you're interested in, and then when I have the stock available, I will send you an invoice and organise delivery, etc. So if you're interested in getting them, you can let me know. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pull one more card because that feels like the right thing. Yeah, I really matter, and isn't that what it's all about as well? And the back of the card here is, sorry now, the light isn't great in here at the moment, so I need this on. Not everyone sees life the way I do. It's important for me to understand others. It's important for me to be understood too. And the two is underlined, and that is so important. for us all. So look, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope the insight really helps you in terms of going forward, because it's not that we're not able to express our needs and our feelings. We've just never had the practice of articulating it before. So I look forward to seeing you on another video again soon. Take care. Bye.